Good morning, everyone. How is everybody doing? Hope y'all doing well, hanging in there. We're in for some rough times ahead, guys. And they've got people fighting over everything you can think of. People distracted, people stuck in their phones. That's why you can't hear God's voice. That's why you can't hear, because you won't give yourself that time, that quiet time. And you need to do that. And a lot of us don't. We're just busy from the time we get up to the time we go to bed. Don't have time. We're too tired. We've got every excuse in the book. Guys, I don't know. All I know is I wish people could understand like what's going on. It's very hard to talk about this stuff because it sounds so far-fetched and evil, and just people can't wrap their heads around it. Every time you hear Mr. Bumble say that's simply not true, he's lying to you. I've noticed that. Everything that he comes up and says that's simply not true is a lie. And another gentleman the other day said, the United States needs this war between Ukraine and Russia because they need somewhere to point the finger, point the blame for what they're doing to us. And what I believe they're going to do to us is make us so desperate that we will take anything that they have to offer us, which will lead us to you'll own nothing and be happy, have no privacy and be happy. It's the only way I think that we could ever accept something like that. But they say it very confidently. The Great Reset, the Fourth Industrial Revolution. They're telling you to your face and people still aren't listening. We have so many people being misled, being told that the way they're living their life is okay. It's not a problem. God hasn't changed his mind. God hasn't progressed. God hasn't changed his law. And yes, we're all sinners. We're all going to be sinners till the day that we die. But what you've got to do is you've got to try not to. And that's what real repentance is about. Not just going to church on Sunday and saying that you're a Christian or, you have a relationship with God, because you need more than that. You need it daily. You need to thank him for everything. And sometimes we forget. I forget. I'm busy. I get caught up. I'm no better, guys. But I know that that's the only way to really have your veil lifted and to be able to see through the BS. Stephen Hawkins, I don't know if you guys remember him. He was very, very against CERN. Warned us about CERN. And it was for good reason. The fact that they could destroy this planet just because they have to know. Apparently, when they fired up CERN in the past, there were some entities that I guess they found and couldn't explain what they were. They've opened up a door, guys. This is why, look, we're all connected to the internet. The internet's connected to CERN. CERN's conjuring up things that they don't have no business conjuring. And because your devices can be a portal for these things, this is why I believe many people are experiencing hauntings. People are demonically possessed and don't even know it. You can believe it. You can laugh at it. I'm living it. I'm not demonically possessed, but I have entities in my home, which I believe what the Bible says. That it's demonic spirits. It's not familiar spirits. It's not your family. It's not granny. It's not. They masquerade as that so that you'll entertain them because they need that. They torment people. You would never know my house is haunted if you came to visit me right now. It's not like Hollywood. Yes, there are still entities here. Yes, they are trying to show themselves to me once again. I feel like the entire cycle starting over where I was feeling drained and tired and mentally just not right. And then physical things happening, like something pushed over. I had a stack of paper towels and toilet paper in the basement, and it seemed like it was pushed pretty hard. I didn't know what it was. It sounded very loud. And then I heard a crinkling after it fell over. So I assumed it was my cat, but when I looked down, my cat was at my feet. Also, I saw these white lights on the ground, like right next to where the paper towels and toilet paper were, which were very, very strange. Then the other day, I was trying to make an important phone call, and what are the chances that 2 phones are not going to work in a row? I mean, an important call, something that I had to do. Something was trying to get me angry, and it worked. So I went outside, cooled off a little bit. But yes, these things will do these things to you because they want me back. They don't want me on God's side. They want me back on Team Satan, which isn't going to happen. So anyway, I had been sleeping in my bedroom, taking naps for work during the day. I still do not go in there at night. I still will not sleep in my room. I don't know if it's because that's where everything I captured happened, was in my room. I just have a bad feeling about it, and a bad feeling about putting the baby in there. So I have not been sleeping in there. I'm still sleeping in the living room on an air mattress. During the day, it's very loud, especially when my son's out of school right now. His room's hot, so he comes downstairs where the AC is, and that is the living room. So I've been having to sleep in there, and that is when I started feeling extremely, extremely tired. And not only that, is I wanted to do another blessing in my house, which I can't just do any day. I have to make sure I have enough energy. You have to open every drawer, every window, every cabinet. I have to do 3 floors. It's time consuming. So I feel like something doesn't want me to do that. So in the meantime, I've been playing religious chants. I play it all day in my room. I've been also playing it in the basement. And I don't know if this is why things are starting to happen or not. But I've been seeing shadows out of the corner of my eye. All of it all over again. No poltergeist activity, which was happening in the beginning. In the beginning, when I first realized that I had entities here, of course, I was full of anxiety. My family members were full of anxiety, afraid to go to sleep. My mother sleeping with her light on. Us sleeping with the television on. Just not comfortable here. Hearing growling in our ears at night. Hearing things banging. I haven't been experiencing that. So either they're too weak, maybe our energy, maybe when we were full of anxiety was feeding them their energy. I don't know, guys. I don't have the answers. But I do believe there's some type of portal here still. I think that's really it. But the seeing the shadows was like the last few days. I saw a black shadow go across downstairs where I've seen this black shadow before. And I saw something white in my room. And something opened up my bedroom door. So that's that. That's the update on my home. Again, guys, I've looked in comment sections of other people's videos. There are so many people going through paranormal activity right now. And it's not being talked about. There's no light being shined upon it. And there's a reason for that. Because they never will. They don't want you to know what they are doing. They don't talk about the possibilities. They'll tell you about CERN and how they're going to fire up and they're looking for the God particle and people think, oh, that's so cool, right? They don't talk about how they can destroy the planet in the meantime. They don't talk about how they can open up doors to other dimensions. There's other dimensions, guys. We're not taught that in school. I don't recall being taught there are 10 dimensions. 4 that we can access and 6 that we cannot. And that they are trying to do that through CERN. And as they do that, they can open up doors to these entities, which I believe are fallen angels. It's not aliens. It's fallen angels. Guys, they've been around since the days of Jesus. The technology They had technology back then. They don't teach us that. Why do they hide our true history? Why do they not talk about it? There's a really good video out there. It's a 2-hour-long video of somebody reading a book, but it's extremely interesting. End Times Productions has a lot of good video. I don't know, I can't think of the name of the title of the video, but if you go look up End Times Productions, I believe the video was put out within the last week. Today is July 19th, 2022. But it's basically talking about these fallen angels and the technology that they had in the days before Jesus. Okay? I don't know, guys. There's just so much deception. This is Satan's world. We have to understand that. This is Satan's world. And right now, everything is inverted. They will call good bad and bad good. Book of Revelations, they wanted that removed from the Bible. Why? If you read Revelations, there's one passage that describes this entire United States. The mentality, the way people are. You have people so sick out here identifying as animals, as babies. They want to normalize chomos. Yes, they want to normalize it, guys. They're not that. They're nothing bad as long as they don't act upon it. They're called maps, and they're going to be put in the LGBTQ community, which is not going to make that community very happy, but this is what they're going to do. You can't talk about it, because if you do, you're a homophobe. Something's wrong with you. You can't have your voice heard. Your voice is shut down. Do you not notice that? You can only hear one side. Only one side's allowed to be offended. Can't even say what a woman is. Can't even say what a woman is. Can't even say if they support 9-month abortion or not. They dance around the question. If you support it, you're supporting 9-month abortion. It's a trap, guys. It's a sick, immoral trap, period. Everything they're doing. They're bringing back segregation, like that's somehow good. We're supposed to be uniting. How do you unite when you're segregating? It's all backwards. It's all upside down. You have people out here fighting over the dumbest things when we have way more to worry about. Way more. Why don't we talk about modern day slavery? Why don't we talk about the people we buy products from, the children that are being taken advantage of, making your sneakers on your feet or the clothes on your back? That's okay. That's all good. It's warped. It's twisted. There's so much deception. It's just pure evil. It's pure evil, guys. I don't know how else to explain it. How these people can sit up there and lie to us, to our faces, and get away with the things they get away with. Why? Because people don't want to believe evil exists. They think it's something of the past. It's still here. It's still here. It's very much here. When you can look someone in the face and say, well, it's the mother's choice or the father's choice to kill a 9-month-old living, breathing, healthy baby. People are comparing the Roe v. Wade to The Handmaid's Tale. The Handmaid's Tale, they were kidnapped and forced to be impregnated and carry a child. That is not what's happening. You're not being forced to be impregnated. You're choosing to do that. We're choosing. We're our own problem. But yet we don't want to look at it that way. They used that 10-year-old little girl as propaganda. The one that was, I guess, raped by an illegal immigrant, by the way. And they didn't talk about that. They didn't even tell you how she ended up pregnant. They just wanted to tell you that she had to flee her state to get an A, when her state came out and said, no, she didn't, because we still have part of the law where you can come up to 6 weeks to have it done for situations like this. But see, they're not telling you that. They're telling you it's null and void, period. You can't have it done. You need to go to another state. When she didn't even have to go to another state. You have people telling you if you have an ectopic pregnancy, you're not going to get treatment. That is not true. People are being so misled. And they're letting the misinformation spread. They let it spread when it fits their agenda. They call the truth misinformation, and they shut you right down. But they let stuff like this flow. They let a video of a girl showing you how she performs oral sex on a banana go viral. They allow girls to dress half naked, young girls, to twerk and shake their thing, right? On these platforms. But they'll shut you down for talking about things like CERN, HARP, DARPA. Things that a lot of people don't even pay attention to. What does NASA mean? Doesn't NASA mean deception? You see, they use these words. COVID means divik. Do you know what divik means? To be possessed. This is an evil agenda, guys. And that protection is evil. They want to give you a protection for monkeypox now. How do they even have that already? How do they have a protection for monkeypox already so fast? Every 6 months, they're going to put out a new protection, and you're going to have to take it, whether you like it or not. You're going to have to just trust them. What a mess. If we looked at our world 20 years ago and saw what's going on, you know, if someone let you look from above and you look down on the world, you would say, no way. There's no way that's going to happen to us. That's how far we are from being moral. We are such an immoral country. This is Babylon. That Statue of Liberty does not represent what you think it represents, which is going to be destroyed. The city of sin. That's where it all started. Hollywood, where the devil himself lives. You see the streets of California? It's sad. It's sad to see that. These people all strung out on dope. They just let 2 more illegal immigrants go with enough fentanyl to kill the entire state, I think, of Texas, which is a lot of people. Let them go out of prison. This is how backwards our society has become, and we're just stuck in our phones, watching our Netflix, watching our Hulu, working, watching our sports, watching our idols, listening to the drama, watching the news. You're just distracted everywhere you go. Boom, 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 boom. People being deceived and lied to by their own pastors and priests because they don't want to lose their congregation. They don't want to speak the truth. They're afraid to. They don't have enough cojones. Oh boy, guys, we're in big trouble. We are in big trouble. Anyway, that's all for today. I just wanted to give you guys an update on my house. Just because I haven't talked about it in a while, but things were good, and now it's like it's going backwards again. So we'll have to wait and see what comes of it. If it gets bad enough, I will have to just do the blessing myself. Again, I don't know if I need to call a priest or not. We'll have to see. But until then, I'm doing what I can to keep my family safe, because these things will kill you. That's what they're here to do. They're here to destroy us. I'm not scared like I used to be. I feel like I'm protected. I do fear for my kids because they won't pray. They just won't do it. And I can't help them. I already told them I cannot help you with that. This is something you've got to pick up your own cross and move it, and not care what your friends think or what people think. The time is now. Time is running out. Not saying the world's going to end tomorrow. Jesus is coming back tomorrow. I don't know when he's coming back, but I know time is running short, and the signs are all here. Every sign in that Bible is happening now. Every single one. If you can prove me wrong, go ahead, but I don't think you can. Unfortunately. Sorry, I have a hair in my mouth. The Book of Enoch was removed from the Bible for a reason. Lots of books were removed from the Bible. Those are the things you've got to read and pay attention to. And the Bible itself. Because it is the book of life. And I'm not no Bible scholar, but my mission is to minister, to preach. I want to do that. That's my goal right now. And if you would have asked me 20 years ago if I thought I'd be talking about this, I would say you're crazy. I'd be the same people on the streets yelling and screaming and falling for all the nonsense that they're putting in our heads, all the lies they're filling our heads with. Making criminals martyrs in the name of police killing people based on the color of their skin, which is happening, but not just to people based on the color of their skin. And something's wrong with the policing, period. Yeah, there are people that profile. Of course there are. There are people in the world. You're never going to end that. That's ignorance taught in your home or where you grew up, your demographics. You're not born that way, that's for sure. But to say the system as a whole is only attacking a certain race. This last person was shooting at a mother and her children, and you've got people marching on the streets because the police killed him. This is how warped and brainwashed people are right now. It's sickening. But Mr. T told you, you're under a spell. It's like a great spell has been cast. The calm before the storm. Warp speed. These things all have meaning. MAGA, high priestess of Satanism. And you get people chanting it. Something's going on with a lot of the world leaders, if you've noticed. There's some fishy stuff going on. I've heard that Mr. T has a bounty from Iran, I guess. They want to assassinate him, apparently. There was something about that with him having a head wound. There was something about that. Pay attention to that stuff, guys. Pay attention. It's funny, the only one that what's her name? Miss Maxwell has spilled the beans on is Mr. T. But she hasn't called out anybody else. That's kind of funny, isn't it? They're letting these immigrants in by the droves using our FEMA money to take care of them. Letting them get licensed as illegal immigrants. That's a slap in the face to all the people in our families that came here the right way. It's a slap in the face to them. But that's what they're doing because they want their votes. No other reason. They don't really care about them. They don't care about people or the color of their skin or any of that at the end of the day. They don't care, guys. If you really think that these people on this world stage care about you, and I'm not saying they're all corrupted, because they're not all corrupted. There are some good people in politics, I'm sure. Some good, God-fearing people. But a lot of them, they're leading people right to the slaughter. It's gross to watch it. And that's the only reason that I'm here making these videos, because I could be keeping all this to myself and say, you know what? Screw everybody else. I'll take care of me and my own, but I'm not doing that. This isn't about judgment on anybody else, because I'm not perfect. I've lived in sin my entire life. This is about warning you about what's real and what's not real. That we are in the upside down right now. That's why they're referencing Stranger Things all of a sudden. All of a sudden, everything's about Satan. All of a sudden, 666 pops up everywhere. Stores already have these things in place for your little chip that many people don't believe is even coming. They don't even believe it's made. It's been made and been patented. It's been patented and made for years. And they're getting ready to roll it out. That is the mark of the beast. That is what I believe. Cannot buy, sell, and trade without it. You can't live without it because you're going to be in their little social credit score system. You're not going to have private property. You're not going to have private farmers. You're not going to have no private nothing. They're going to stay rich while we stay poor. And they give us everything we need. And we're going to be grateful and happy for that. How is that going to even be? Something catastrophic is going to have to happen in order for us to accept that, guys. I'm sorry. I don't mean to try to spread fear. This is not what this is about. This is about getting right with God, getting on the right side, because too many people are on the wrong side. Alright, guys, that's enough babbling for today. Babblin' Alice, that used to be my band name. Everybody thought my name was Alice, which is ironic if you know what Alice means with CERN. They have these little names for things, right? And Alice is another name for Satan. It's just ironic that that was the name of my band. That's all I'm saying. Alright, guys, I will talk to you soon. Please do your own research. Read the Bible. Be careful who you're listening to. Be careful who you're letting tell you that everything's okay with what you're doing. If you feel convicted about it, you're probably doing something wrong. Because God will convict you. Whether you're listening to him or not, that's on you. Spend some time by yourself. Reach out. Call on his name. He'll answer you. And what you do from there is on you. I can't force you to do anything like that. I can't force you to believe that I have entities in my house. I can't force you to believe there's a spiritual realm that's affecting us. I can't force you to believe that the people on this world stage are not really the people running your country. That they have a big agenda lined up for us. And they're slowly implementing it. Slowly, slowly, slowly. With fear tactics and lies and psyops. False flags. You think they can't end these school shootings? You really believe they can't do that? You really believe that they don't have the intelligence enough? When we have government buildings and we have courtrooms that never have these issues. Ever. But they can't protect your children in school. It's all deception, guys. They don't care. They don't care about these kids getting killed. They don't care. They just want your guns. That's what this is about. And you're going to be having people fighting for you to give them up. And if you don't, you're going to be put in that box. People gotta wake up, guys. Gotta wake up. If you're not already. Alright, guys. I will talk to you soon. Stay happy. Stay healthy. Stay blessed. Don't be afraid to comment. I don't care. If you want to say something bad, go ahead. If you want to say something good, go ahead. Just say something. Because that is how our videos get around. You have to have comments. You have to have likes. You don't have to push the like button if you don't want to. Whatever, it is what it is. But it does help get this information out. Because a lot of people don't know this information. Because it's being hidden. Because they don't like us talking about it. There's a reason I was banned off TikTok. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys soon. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed. And please, try to find God. Try. At least try. Can't hurt. Alright, talk to you soon.